It's a punishment when you fall from grease to grass, a blessing when you rise from grass to grease, and a trial when you fall from grease to grass and rise again from grass to grease. Welcome to section 10. Welcome to section 10 of Surah Al-Tawbah. It begins with ayah sign verse 73. Namshi. Ya ayuhan nabiyyu jahid jahid al-kufaru wal munafiqina wa islus wa igluk. Let me take it again. Ya ayuhan nabiyyu jahid al-kufaru wal munafiqina wa idlus alayhim wa iglus alayhim. O Prophet, strive hard, jahid, against the unbelievers and the hypocrites, al-kufaru wal-munafiqina, and be firm against them. Wa iglus alayhim. That's in case I didn't read it rightly. Sometimes this one goes away. It comes jumsu, light and darkness. Alayhim. Wa ma'awahum jahannama. Wa ma'awahum jahannama. Their abode is hell. Wa bi'sa al-masir. An evil refuge indeed. Wa bi'sa al-masir. An evil abode refuge. An evil refuge indeed. Pardon me. Wa yahlifuna billahi ma kalu walakad kalu kalmatin kufrin. Yahlifuna billahi ma kalu walakad kalu kalmatal kufrin. They swear by God that they said nothing, into brackets evil. They swear by God that they said nothing, into brackets evil. But indeed, they uttered blasphemy. Walakad, but indeed, kalu, they uttered kalmatul kufra, blasphemy. They uttered blasphemy. Kufra. Wa kafaru bagda islamihim. Wa kafaru bagda islamihim. And they uttered it after accepting Islam. Bagda islamihim, after accepted Islam. Wa kafaru bagda islamihim. And they uttered it after accepting Islam. Bagda islam. Wahamu bima lam yanalu. Wahamu bima lam yanalu. Wahamu bima lam yanalu. And they meditated. They meditated a plot which they were unable to carry out. And that is, they swear that they are with God. Wahamu taken 2 pages. Oh, yes, I've got it. Wahammu bima lam yanalu. And they meditated, Hammu, where they meditated, bima lam yanalu. And they meditated a plot which they were unable to carry out. Bima lam yanalu. وما نكموا أن إلا أن أغناهم الله وما نكلوا إلا أن أغناهم الله ورسوله من فضله من فضله. Let me take it straight and see if let's see if I can take it straight. وما نكموا إلا أن أغناهم الله ورسوله من فضله. This revenge of theirs was their own return for the bounty with which God and his messenger had enriched them. So you see, let me take the English section again till we get to where we stop. They swear by God that they said nothing evil, but indeed they uttered blasphemy, and they uttered it after accepting Islam, and they meditated. It's not by mistake. And they meditated a plot which they were unable to carry out. Which they were unable to carry out. This revenge of theirs was their only return for the bounty with which God and his messenger had enriched them. From in yatubu, from in yatubu yaka, فإن يتبوك خيرا لهم فإن يتبوك خير لهم. If they repent, it will be best for them. فإن يتبوك فإن يتبوك خير لكم فإن يتبوك فإن يتبوك فإن يتبوك فإن يتبوك فإن يتبوك خير لكم. If they repent, it will be best for them. وإن يتولوا يعذبهم وإن يتولوا يعذبهم الله عذابا أليما في الدنيا والآخرة. Best for them. But if they turn back, into brackets, to their evil ways, brackets close, God will punish them with a grievous chastisement in this life and in the hereafter. في الدنيا والآخرة. وفي الأرض وما لهم في الأرض من ولي وما لهم في الأرض من ولي ولا نصير من ولي ولا nasirin. They will have not, they will not have in this life uh, any friend or helper. Mm. They shall have none on earth to protect or help them. To protect. I said helper. That I was wrong. To protect and help them. Mm. The interpretation of our grandparents is the best. Mm. Fi adi min waliyin wala nasirun. They will have no body on earth. They will have none on earth to protect or help them. Mhm. Let's see if there is any commentary for. Yes, there is commentary for. There's none for 73, but there is one for 74, and it is 1331. The reference is to a plot made by the prophet's enemies to kill him when he was returning from Tabuk. Full stop. The plot failed. Full stop. It was all the more dastardly in that some of the conspirators were among the men of Medina who were enriched by the general who were enriched by the general prosperity that followed the peace and good government established through Islam in Medina. Trade flourished. Column. Justice was firmly administered with even hand. Justice was firmly administered with even hand. And the only return that these men could make was a return of evil for good. It's happening today. A return of evil for good. It's happening today. That was their revenge, because Islam aimed at suppressing selfishness, stood for the rights of the poorer and humblest, and judged worth by righteousness rather than by birth or position. Okay, let's go to. I think that was commentary for 74. Let's see 75 if we haven't read it. Yes, we've read 75, but apparently there is no commentary to read. No, none. Let's go to 75. I'm sorry, that was 74 rather. Let's go to 75. There was commentary for 74, and that's what we just read. It's 75 that doesn't have any commentary. So let's go there. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ أَهَدَ اللَّهَ لَإِنْ أَتَانَا مِنْ فَضْلِهِ لَنَصَدَّقَنَّ لَنَصَدَّقَنَّ وَلَا ولن ولنكون ولنكونن من الصالحين. Let me take it again. ومنهم من أهد الله لئن آتانا من فضله لنصدقن ولنكونن من الصالحين. Among them are men who made a covenant with God that if he bestowed on them of his bounty, they would give in clarity. They would give largely in brackets. They would give largely in brackets. They would give largely in charity and be truly among those who are righteous. Salihin. ولنكونن من الصالحين. And and be truly lakunanna, lakad lakunanna, and be truly among those who are righteous. Minal salihin. Let's go to 76. That one too has no commentary. Let's see. فَلَمَّا أَتَاهُمْ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ Young, oh, what is it? But when Jahilu bihi watawallu watawallaw wa hum muridun. Mm. Bakhilu bihi watawallu wa hum muridun. Uh, but when he did bestow of his bounty, they became misers and turned back from their covenant into brackets, a verse again into brackets from its fulfillment. Okay, let me read all with the brackets involved. But when he did bestow of his bounty, they became misers and turned back from their covenant, averse from its fulfillment. Mm. Pardon me if I'm not reading well. For those who understand Arabic, maybe I've called something wrongly here. Pardon me. Mm. Okay, let's go to 77, ayah 77, verse 77, sign 77. فأعقبهم 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 نفاقا في قلوبهم يل... إلى يوم يلقونه بما أحلفوا الله وما وعدهم وبما كانوا يكذبون. Sorry for bad reading. Uh, so he hath put as a consequence hypocrisy into their hearts. Mm. وَأَعْقَبَهُمْ وَأَعْقَبَهُمْ نِفَاقًا فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ. Mm. So he put as a consequence hypocrisy in their hearts for قُلُوبِهِمْ إِلَى يَوْمِ يَلْقُونَهُ, to last till the day wherein they shall meet. يَلْقُونَهُ, whereby they shall meet. Mm. They shall meet him. Mm. بما يكون بما يكون بما يكونوا sorry بما يكونوا يكذبون بما يكونوا يكذبون, because they broke their covenant with God. بما كانوا يكذبون, because they broke their covenant with God, and because they lied again and again, and because they lied again and again is in brackets. Okay, we go to 1132. That's verse 77, and now we go to verse 88. 77, there is commentary there. If men are false to their covenants and words, the natural consequence will be hypocrisy. To cover their falsehood. Yes. Such consequences will last till the day of judgment, when they will have to account for their deeds. Full stop. They may think that they are deceiving men by their hypocrisy, but they cannot deceive God, to whom all their most secret thoughts and plots and doings are known. That's 77, ayah 77. We now go to 78. Alam ya'lamu. Alam ya'lamu, sorry, alam ya'lamu anna Allah ya'lam sirahum. Alam ya'lamu anna Allah ya'lam sirahum. Know they not that God doeth know their secret thoughts, their secret into brackets thoughts. Wa anna Allah wa anna Allah alamun guyub. Wa anna Allah alamul guyub. يعلم سيرهم ونجواهم. I didn't read it well, sorry. ألم يعلم أن الله يعلم سرهم ونجواهم. Know they not that God knoweth their secret thoughts and their secret counsels? Najwahum. Those of us who have been following, you see, and Najwa, Najwahum, and Najwa, and secret counsels. And their secret counsels, don't they know, is a question. And وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَامُ الْغُيُوبِ وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَامُ الْغُيُوبِ. And that God knoweth well all things unseen. أَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَامُ الْغُيُوبِ أَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَامُ الْغُيُوبِ. Don't they know it? أَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَامُ الْغُيُوبِ. We go to 79. Let me see how long this verse. We go to 79. Yes, we are almost finished. We have only 2 verses left. We go to 79. الذين يلمزون المتوئين الذين يلمزون المتوئين من المؤمنين في 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 صدقات والذين لا يجدون والذين لا يجدون إلا جهدهم فيسخرون منهم. Those who slander such of the believers as give themselves freely to deeds of charity, as well as those who give according to their means, and throw ridicule on them, Allah will throw back their ridicule to them. Or God will throw back their ridicule to them. Allazina yalmizuna al-mutawwi'ina min al-mu'minina fi sadaqati wallazina la yajiduna illa juhdahum fayasharuna minhum. Fayashra no sahira Allahu minhum walahum azabun alim. Pardon me for bad reading. Throw ridicule to them. God will throw back their ridicule on them, and they shall have a grievous chastisement. Sahira Allahu minhum walahum azabun alim. There is a commentary for it, 1333. 1333. When financial help is necessary for the cause, every Muslim contributes what he can. Full stop. Those who can afford large sums are proud to bring them in of their own free will, comma, and those who are very poor contribute their might or their labor, full stop. Both kinds of gifts are equally precious because of the faith and goodwill behind them. And only cynics will laugh at the scantiness of the one who lavishes of the other, of the one, or the lavishness of the other. Sorry, let me take it again. And only cynics will laugh at the scantiness of the one, or the lavishness of the other. So only cynics will laugh at them. If you give something scanty, nobody should laugh at you. And if you lavish in a very big manner, or nobody should laugh at you either. Mhm. Sometimes they will laugh at the scantiness of the one or the lavishness of the other. Am I repeating? Sorry. Sometimes, yeah, it's not a repetition. Sometimes they will only laugh but attribute wrong motives to the givers. But attribute wrong motives to the givers. Full stop. Such conduct is here reprimanded. It's still happening today in the mosque. Somebody gives good amount and then he looks at the poor ones and he walks with pride. Mhm. It's still happening today. Such conduct is here reprimanded. Okay, we go to the last verse. استك- استغفروا لهم أو لا تستغفروا لهم إن تستغفروا لهم إن تستغفروا لهم 70 مرة. Let me take it short. استغفر لهم أو لا تستغفر لهم. Whether you ask for forgiveness or not, into brackets, their sin is unforgivable. Mm. 70 مرة. Example, if thou ask 70 times, تستغفر لهم 70 times, if for their forgiveness or not, if thou ask 70 times for their forgiveness, إن تستغفر لهم 70 مرة فلن يغفر الله لهم فلم يغفر الله لهم. For their forgiveness, God will not forgive them. So you see, the power of God is now ahead of that of the prophet or anybody. Here we are told, if they are forgiven 70 times, he, God, will not forgive them. Allah will not forgive them. God will not forgive them. ذلك بأنهم كفروا بآيات الله ورسوله. ذلك بأنهم كفروا بآيات الله ورسوله. This is because, this is not there, because they have rejected God and his messenger. So you see here, God and the messenger are combined again. But before that, it says, if you forgive them 70 times, God will not forgive them. So God is actually above of the messenger, only that the messenger is always mentioned with him. And the messenger has to be obeyed by we, the believers in the Quran. مرة فلن يغفر له الله لهم يغفر الله لهم. ذلك بأنهم كفروا بالله ورسوله والله la yahdi qawmal fasikun. This is a common, this has occurred many times in the Quran. Wallahu la yahdi qawmal fasikun. Uh, and God guideth not those who are perversely rebellious. Mm. God guideth not those who are perversely rebellious. 134, there is commentary for it. Let's see if, yes, there's commentary for it, 134. Let's go there. It's not 134, it's 1334. An awful warning, an awful warning for those who actively oppose the cause of God. An awful warning for those who actively oppose the cause of God. The Holy Prophet was by nature full of mercy and forgiveness. So, God is saying, even if you forgive them 70 times, I will not forgive them. Eh? And people say Muhammad is wicked, warmonger, whatnot. Eh? I hope these people will take note of some of these verses, these noble verses and commentaries. Hmm? The Holy Prophet was by nature full of mercy and forgiveness. Full stop. He prayed for his enemies. Of course, he prayed for his enemies, like Noah. In fact, the prophets, their character was the same, more or less the same. Only they were sent to different people at different times. Mm. So he prayed for his enemies. But in such a case, even his prayers are nullified. I've said it before. In such a case, even his prayers are nullified by their attitude of rejecting God. So he's telling Muhammad, why do you pray for people who reject me? Why? Some people will say, why, to the Germans. Why do you pray for people who reject me? I apologize again. Sometimes I cause blunders a lot. I beg for your pardon. My knees are down. Thank you very much. Ila likai. Bye bye. May God bless you. Au revoir.